Someone should have the power to make you feel small, not with their words, their actions, or even a dismissive glance. Yet, this is something we all encounter at some point in life. People will test your limits, disregard your feelings, and even blatantly disrespect you. Today we'll explore practical and even bold strategies to navigate these challenges while maintaining your composure and dignity. If you're tired of feeling at the mercy of others' disrespect, you're in the right place. 1. The silent stare. The first strategy is something I call the silent stare. At first glance, it might seem too simple to be effective, but don't underestimate its power. This technique draws directly from Stoic philosophy, which emphasizes controlling our reactions and mastering our emotions. When someone disrespects you, your instinct might be to react, defend yourself, or call them out. However, reacting in the heat of the moment often plays right into their hands. They want to provoke a reaction, throw you off balance, or make you feel small. Instead, try this. Maintain a calm, steady gaze. A silent stare can shift the entire power dynamic. Imagine someone says something rude, expecting you to snap back or get flustered. Instead, you meet their eyes with quiet, unwavering calmness, signaling that their words don't affect you. This silent, composed response unsettles people because it forces them to sit with their own behavior. They expect engagement, and when you don't give it, they're left to confront themselves. A personal example, I once had a colleague who frequently interrupted me in meetings, acting as though his opinions were the only ones that mattered. Initially, I tried polite interjections and waiting my turn, but he continued to dominate the conversation. Instead of escalating, I leaned back, crossed my arms, and fixed him with a calm stare. The silence was palpable. Within seconds, he began to fumble over his words, looking around for support, only to find that all eyes were on him. His interruptions stopped, and over time, he treated me with greater respect. This technique doesn't require words, drama, or confrontation. It's a quiet, dignified way to assert yourself and reclaim your power, a perfect example of Stoic restraint. 2. The power of silence. Silence isn't passive. When used intentionally, it's one of the most active and powerful responses. Stoicism teaches that silence can protect our peace and energy, helping us avoid unnecessary conflicts that disrupt our calm. When someone disrespects us, the urge to defend ourselves or prove our worth can feel overwhelming. Yet responding often gives that person exactly what they want: our energy and attention. Choosing silence sends a clear message. Your negativity isn't worth my time. Silence isn't about submission or weakness. It's about showing that your worth doesn't depend on others' opinions. For example, when faced with passive-aggressive remarks, you can simply let the comments linger in the air, offering a neutral expression. This forces the speaker to confront their own behavior without your interference. Over time, this approach discourages further disrespect and reinforces your self-respect. You're not ignoring the situation. You're rising above it, protecting your peace and demonstrating that your energy is far too valuable to waste on negativity. 3. Stop explaining yourself. Another powerful Stoic strategy is letting go of the need to explain your choices. As humans, we want to be understood, but constantly justifying ourselves gives others too much influence over our lives. Stoicism teaches us that our decisions are ours alone and don't require validation from others. Explaining yourself repeatedly chips away at your confidence, making you second-guess decisions you once felt sure about. For instance, when I made a major career change, I faced endless questions. Initially, I tried to justify my decision, but no matter how thorough my explanations, the questions persisted. Eventually, I began responding with a simple, "It was the right choice for me." This shifted the dynamic entirely. Most people accepted it and moved on, and I stopped feeling drained by endless justifications. This approach reinforces the belief that your choices are valid simply because they align with your values. By refusing to explain yourself, you reclaim your peace and stand firm in your truth. 4. Create distance. The final strategy is perhaps the most transformative: creating distance from those who consistently disrespect you. Stoicism reminds us to focus on what we can control, and one thing firmly within our control is who we allow into our lives and how much access we give them. Creating distance doesn't have to be confrontational. It's an act of self-care and boundary setting. If someone's behavior is continuously negative or draining, stepping back is a reasonable response. This isn't about holding grudges. It's about protecting your mental and emotional well-being. I once had a friend who was perpetually critical and draining to be around. Over time, I started limiting our interactions, meeting less frequently and reducing daily calls. This small shift had a profound impact. Without her negativity, I had more energy to invest in supportive relationships and felt significantly lighter and happier. Creating distance allows you to prioritize relationships that uplift and respect you. It's not unkind. It's necessary for preserving your peace and well-being. Final thoughts. Disrespect is an unfortunate reality of life, but how we respond is entirely within our control. By embracing strategies like the silent stare, the power of silence, letting go of explanations, and creating distance, we can navigate these challenges with dignity and strength. Stoicism teaches us that our peace, time, and energy are invaluable. When we protect these, we reclaim our power, reinforce our self-worth, and set a precedent for how we deserve to be treated. Remember, you don't owe anyone your energy, your explanations, or your proximity. Stand firm, stay calm, and let your actions, or your silence, speak for themselves.